Hello guys, welcome to Ninja Anime's new video with my broken English and bad accent. Hope you can understand the video. If you don't, like the video. If you do understand, let me know on comment. As per good old video with song. Okami to Koshin Ryu. English name Spice and Wolf. This anime is set in a medieval time in European setting where our main male character is 24-year-old traveling merchant Cliff Lawrence. He is traveling from town to town selling goods in hopes of one day making enough gold and getting enough experience to buy his own shop. One night when he stopped at a town, he found a deity, a wolf girl named Holo. She is 600-year-old and she is the goddess of harvest of that town. But she looks like a 15-year-old girl with a wolf ear and tail. Now she wants to go back to her hometown. Lawrence gonna take her to her hometown. She promised to give something to Lawrence in return. While traveling with a wolf girl, Lawrence gonna face many obstacles in his way. How will they overcome it, and doing that, how much closer they gonna get? This anime is produced by Imagine Studio, have 13 episodes, released in winter 2008, have 2 seasons, both of them are dubbed. Konosuba. Our main protagonist Kazuma loves to play video game more than his life. But one day his short and sad lives end in a traffic accident, or at least it's supposed to be. But after the accident, when he opens his eyes, he sees a goddess in front of him. Her name is Aqua. And goddess asks him if he interested in going to another world and he can take one thing with him. And Kazuma agrees to go to another world, and the thing he wants to bring with him is goddess. And after that, both of their new lives started in another world. And with this, new comedy started. This anime is produced by Studio DxD, have 10 episodes, released in winter 2016, already been dubbed, have 2 seasons and 2 OVAs. Noragami. In times of need, if you look in the right place, you may just see a strange telephone number scrolled in red, and if you call this number, you will hear a man introduce herself as the Yato god. So in this anime, Yato is a minor deity and a self-proclaimed delivery god who dream of having millions of worshippers without a single shrine dedicated to his name. However, his goals are far from being realized. He spent his days doing odd jobs for 5 yen a piece until his weapon partner become fed up with his useless master and desert him. Just as things seems to be looking grim for the god, his fortune changes when a middle school girl, Hyuri Iki, supposedly saves Yato from a car accident and taking the hit for him. She survives in the end, but this event causes her soul to become loose and able to leave her body. Hyuri demands that Yato return her to normal, but upon learning that he needs a new partner to do so, she agrees to help him find one. With Hyuri's help, Yato's luck may finally be turning around. This anime is produced by Bone Studio, have 12 episodes, released in winter 2014, have 2 seasons and both of them are dubbed, have 2 OVA too. Kamisama Hajime Mashita. To avoid being responsible for gambling debts, Nanami Momozo's father runs away, leaving poor Nanami alone and homeless after being evicted from her apartment. Nanami then saves a man named Mikaji, who is being chased by a dog, upon which the man offered her his home. As she currently homeless, she accepted his offer. However, it turns out that his house is a shrine, as Mikaji used to be an earth deity. At the shrine, she has to take over Mikaji's position as deity, and also she meets a fox spirit named Tomoe. Rather than going back to being a homeless, Nanami immerses herself in her divine duties. But if she must keep things running smoothly, she will need the help of certain hot-headed fox. In her fumbling attempt to seek out Tomoe, she lands in trouble and ends up sealing a contract with him. Now the two must traverse the path of godhood together as god and familiar. For new threat arise in the form of a yokai who wants to devour the girl. a snake that wants to marry her, and Nanami's own unexpected feelings for her new familiar. DanMachi. Life in the bustling city of Orario is never dull, especially for Bill Cranell, our main character in the story, a naive young man who hopes to become the greatest adventurer in his land. After a chance encounter with a lonely goddess Hestia, his dream becomes a little closer to reality. With her support, Bill embarks on a fantastic quest as he ventures deep within the city monster-filled catacombs. Death lurks around every corner in the cavernous depth of this terrifying labyrinth, and a mysterious power moves amidst the shadows. So this anime is produced by JC Staub, have 13 episodes, released in spring 2015 and already been dubbed. Inari Konkon Koi Iroha. Inari Fujimi is clumsy, below-average intelligent and a shy girl. Despite her shortcomings, she is very considerate of others. She can't ignore anyone's plea for help. She has a long-time crush on Koji Tanbabashi, who she admires for being cheerful and always hardworking. The problem is Inari is shy, so she is never able to express her feeling to Koji. This anime starts with Inari taking a shortcut to her school. She happens to see a fox pup that about to fall into the river. Although she is running late for the school, she just can't ignore the pup. Ukano Mitamaro Kani, the goddess of the Inari shrine, she is very thankful for the Inari's kindness toward the young fox, who turned out to be her familiar. To show her gratitude to Inari, she fulfills one of the Inari's wishes. But fulfillment of that wish only invites troubles. To compensate, Ukano gives Inari a small part of her divine power. That gives Inari the ability to transform into anyone at will. Now Inari possesses the power of God, but that brings even more problem for her and Goddess. This anime is produced by Production IMS, have 10 episodes, released in winter 2014, don't have any dub episode, have a OVA. Kami no Mi Joshiro Shikai. Kema Katsurugi is known online as the legendary god of conquest. He is able to capture the heart of any girl effortlessly as long as they reside in dating sim game. Over the year, he has built up his reputation through his obsession with girly games and finishing them up as soon as he can, even going so far as to discard the real world. One day, Kema received a challenge to prove his power at dating sim game. Not knowing that it is a trap, he is soon trapped into a contract with Elsie, a demon from hell tasked with capturing the runaway spirit that hide within the crevice of young girls' heart. The only way to force the spirit out of their heart is to fill them. Now Kema must use of his 2D power to conquer 3D Omen or face decapitation by deadly collar. High School DxD. High school student Issei Haya is your run-of-the-mill pervert who does nothing productive in his life, picking on women and dream of having his own harem. Things seems to be looking up for Issei when a beautiful girl asks him out on a date. Although she turns out to be a fallen angel who brutally kills him. However, he gets a second chance in his life when a beautiful senior student Rias Grimory, who is a top-class devil, revives him as her servant, recruiting Issei into the ranks of school occult research club. Slowly adjusting to his new life, Issei must train and fight in order to survive in the violent world of angels and devils. Each new adventure leads to many hilarious moments, all the while keeping his new life secret from his friends and families. This anime is produced by TNK Studio, have 12 episodes, released in winter 2012, have 4 seasons and all of them are dubbed, have 3 OVA too. Kannagi. After taking on a school project in which he carves a statue out of a trunk of a secret tree, Jin's life takes a spin into a different direction. After bringing out the school project outside, the statue turned into a girl. This strange girl, Nagi, takes it upon herself to move in with Jin. She is hellbent on unleashing her anger upon the world by bringing death to the impurities. This anime is produced by A1 Pictures and Audit, have 13 episodes, released in fall 2008, don't have any dub episode. Campione. In this anime, our main male character, Godu Kusanagi, one day asks by his grandfather to return a stone tablet to a friend. On his journey, he met a sword princess named Erika Blandeli, and he encountered the god of war. After killing the god of war somehow, he became Campione, or a god slayer. Now he have to fight the gods to stop them from changing the earth to suit their needs. Every Campione gets some special powers, and one of his power is attracting female followers. Now while defeating a god, he have to maintain his harems too. This anime is produced by Dio Media, had 13 episodes, released in summer 2012, already been dubbed.